and the reason that I left was for money. And I for money and for benefits or whatever, like the job that I left to go to, it would eventually pay more. The retirement was better. Like almost everything tangible benefits wise was an improvement. But the first couple of months, I was like, I made a huge mistake. Even though I knew all of the things that I was gaining by leaving, because like the first job that I loved, my pay was frozen pretty much the entire time that I was there. Um, the retirement was not that great, and they were constantly trying to change it. But the morale amongst the people who I worked with was phenomenal. I had great supervisors, like people who really cared about you, like as their subordinates, but they cared about the work we were doing. They cared about the community, and like I felt like I really had a purpose. And then when I transitioned, I was like, wow, this is not anything like that. Like what I assumed that I was getting myself into was that same job, but just with more money and better benefits.
Yeah.
But that was the first lesson that I had, and money is not everything. Money, it matters, of course, because you want to be able to make a living. But I didn't even realize that I wasn't making a lot of money, because to your point, like I had all the things. I had a house, I had a car, I had all the things that I could have ever wanted, and I was content and happy. But I let mentors um and outside people convince me like the grass is greener on the side, come back to New York, and this will be a much better life for you. And financially it was,
Mm.
but on every other level, it it was horrible. Um, so yeah, it's learning to be content with certain things. Definitely important. Money is not everything. If you can make a living and you can do most of the things that you want to do, um, I think that's important, and it should be enough. So you have to weigh more than just, I guess, than just the financials of it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's interesting because I feel like our generation, right, when we look at work, we're
Hmm.
looking at like complete fulfillment, right? And probably the generation behind us is looking for more fulfillment. But when I think about like my parents, right, even with my first job, making $55,000 a year, whatever it was,
Hmm.
I was still doing better than what my parents were able to accomplish after working 25 years or whatever the case may be, right? Like I'm talking about people who had stable jobs with good benefits, but work did not consume them, right?
Mm.
Work was not a part of that good life equation. Work
Hmm.
was just a means to an end.
Yes.
And I want to get to a point where I feel that way, but I also feel like that's just not the way things work anymore, right? Like we fully commit to work and we expect work to provide us with not only meeting our needs, but also our monetary needs, but also like our emotional needs. Like we want to feel a certain way at work. I can only
Yeah.
imagine like and I don't know your parent situation, but like what people in the 80s and 90s dealt with and how much pride they swallowed to be able to get the money to pay their rent or their mortgage or their car note, whatever the case may be. Um,
Right.
Even the idea of having a house or car note, right? Like these are things that, in my mind, was a huge accomplishment because both of my parents currently are in rentals. Uh, Generations before them were able to buy homes and do all those things, but it's kind of just like they still have a life where they feel happy, where they feel fulfilled, and it's not tied to the square footage of their home or
Yes.
equity or what kind of car they're driving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it feels like over time, like that bar for a good life has just gone up exponentially.
Yes.